Welcome back, everybody. Tower God Chapter 624 is out, and Bomb is basically just getting his ass beat this whole chapter. If there's any sentence to summarize this chapter, it is that. So we pick up from last chapter where Bomb and Dumas were about to fight, and Bomb is just pretty much saying that he's going to use all his power finally, but he actually just not use all his power, even though he says it so many times. Like, that's pretty much half his dialogue throughout this whole chapter. Like, I'm gonna use all my power, I'm gonna burn everything, I'm gonna bring it all out. And at the very end, he ends up being pummeled once again. So this is pretty much a copy and paste of what happened last fight between Bomb and Dumas, but Bomb just gets humiliated even more in this chapter after using like his appropriate powers. So I'm kind of jumping like around this whole chapter, but really there's not much to discuss. It's basically what we saw in the first chapter, well, in the first fight between Bomb and Dumas, except this time Bomb is using the powers he was supposed to use at the very beginning, but it doesn't make a difference because Dumas like demolishes him again with no difficulty at all. So what makes this fight worse from last fight is that there are no more stakes. Like, the biggest stake was Bomb having all the memories of the book within him and not letting those memories get in the hands of Gustang, but that already happened. So that huge stake is already gone, and all we got left is, I guess, Bomb and Rock and Coon's freedom and reviving Coon and Rock, and that's pretty much it, because that was all included in the last fight, but now we got the biggest one missing, which is Gustang receiving his memories. So this fight is already diminished because of that. I mean, we already saw it happen once, we're gonna see it happen again. We just did see it happen again, and then we're gonna get another rematch when Bomb wakes up. So I don't really know why SAU is writing it this way. I don't know why Bomb is just so stagnant. I mean, he redid the exact same thing with White, and where he gets knocked out, he's gonna wake up, he's gonna use his black power, his black Shinzu power, and he's most likely gonna win. Or he could just get knocked out entirely, which made this whole fight meaningless in the first place, other than to show that Bomb, at the end of the day, does not have the power of some of the top direct descendants of the families. So as Bomb is fearlessly walking towards Dumas notes that he has dislocated joints, torn ligaments, like he has all these injuries despite being healed by the family leader, but Bomb is still marching on. So Dumas warns him that he might have to kill him if he keeps pushing him, even though the family leader does not want that, which Dumas, hey dude, Gustang just flicked you in the head for doing that last time. You almost killed Bomb, and you're gonna just double down on that after getting flicked on the head. If you're so loyal to Gustang, why are you gonna keep like killing these people and defying his orders? I mean, he obviously does not like that. But anyway, I guess Dumas just warns him, and Bomb doesn't give a shit. He's just so enraged, as he should be, but not enraged enough to actually be serious with all his full powers. As we see again, he's only going to be using the red Thrissa, both thorns, and the second thorn is wrapped. I thought that thing was unraveled like a long time ago. I didn't know it still had wrappings on it. I didn't know that. It's been such a long time he's had that thing on him. Shouldn't it be fully unwrapped at this point? That thing's been on him for a long ass fucking time, dude. So they begin to fight, and we see that Bomb has both horns like fully flared out. Like, we've never seen them this big before. And I also want to note that both of them are like evenly like enlarged, because, you know, before in the Dada Jihad fight, like the blue horn was like smaller and the red horn was bigger, but it looks like now Bomb like fully accepted the blue demon. It's been like this for a while, but I mean, just for consistency, that he has both horns fully erect. So I'm not gonna lie, this fight was kind of hard to follow. I don't know if that's just me like not really like knowing how to follow these fights. I had some troubles following the White fight too, but for this fight, like, it looks like Bomb was gonna kick what's his name, Dumas, and Dumas grabs his foot, and then he tries to kick him with his other foot, but Dumas ends up punching him in the face from like below. I don't know, it looks like that, and then a bunch of blood came out from Bomb's head, but all of a sudden he has this huge orb come out, and it starts raining Shinzu, and to my surprise, Dumas is like actually affected by the Shinzu. What the fuck? I know it's like his bomb special ability and he's in regular and all that, but it's just rain, dude. It's just Shinzu rain. Even White was able to resist it when he took down his shield. I mean, it tore his gloves, but it wasn't enough to like actually harm him. Why is Dumas like shielding himself? It's literally just Shinzu rain that should just be deflecting off his body because of how powerful he is. So while Dumas is kind of like being pelted by the Shinzu rain, Bomb takes out the opportunity to pull out his red Drissa. I don't know what level this thing is. I don't know. You don't really see like the fronts of the blade. You just see how big the back is. And I mean, it doesn't even do anything to Dumas. He just blocks it. And Bomb goes for another punch. He's trying to use all his powers, but it's just not working, man. It's not working. And he's saying, I'll take it out. I'll use all my powers, but he's not. He's not using his true Shinzu quality. He's just using generic Shinzu to, I guess, kind of like fight back against Dumas. He's not even using Leviathan. You see, there's a lot of powers that are not being used. I don't think the souls are being used. We don't know what happened to White's power with the crown. And I mean, the Leviathan is not being used either. And obviously Bomb's true Shinzu quality is not being utilized. So there's still a lot to be desired from Bomb. He's holding back and he's trying to use most of his regular powers, but it's just to no avail. So after Bomb tries his hardest, or at least we can say his base form hardest, like 2/3 down the chapter, basically the last third of the chapter is Bomb being slapped around like a little bitch. Dumas just manhandles this guy, throws him around, punches him, pummels him. It's like all the worst things you can think of, he just does to Bomb. And that's basically what happens. The third of this chapter is dedicated to Bomb being tossed around like a fucking ragdoll and Dumas just manhandling him. So in the very last two panels of the chapter, we see Dumas reflecting on all the damage he's done to Bomb, and he looks at his bloody hands. And then we also see him kind of surprised at the very last panel. Like, I think he's thinking, oh God, did I go too far? Did I actually kill him? I think that's the expression Dumas is kind of giving off, but that's it. Really, that is it. That's all that happened this chapter. This was just a Bomb versus Dumas. I would say this is like probably one of the lamest fights I've ever seen in Tower of God, honestly. Like, there's nothing special here. It's just Bomb getting his ass beat again by Dumas, which happened not too long ago, and now we're seeing it happen again. Literally nothing has changed other than Bomb using more power than he did at the very first fight. So yeah, it's just a circle going round and round, round and round. Like nothing is changing, nothing is happening. This was just like, felt like a filler fight, man. Like nothing happened in this fucking chapter. You know, I'd really appreciate it if SIU gave Bomb some proper development. I mean, most of the mistakes Bomb did in these past fights with Dumas, he should have learned from White, which was a much less lethal opponent. He should have learned that he shouldn't hold back, which he continues to do, and that he should take advantage that he's an irregular and use his irregular abilities to save his friends. But I mean, given that we've seen two of his closest friends die, I'm surprised Rock is considered dead. I thought he was kept alive, but maybe Dumas really does not have restraint, or maybe Bomb is like very overwhelmed by all the events that have concurred, and that he doesn't realize that he's still alive. But anyway, Bomb should learn that, hey dude, you can't save everybody because you're too weak. Maybe you should start using your powers to mitigate the amount of people you lose in your life. And he still does not learn. He still doesn't learn that he has all his potential, all his power pent up inside him, and he doesn't want to learn how to unearth it. And even with the closest people dying right in front of him, he still is not utilizing his powers, or he still does not want to awaken them. Like, it takes the worst of the worst to happen for him to even come close to using the powers, and even then he still struggles to awaken them. So yeah, like overall this chapter kind of sucks. I was really disappointed. I was coming in optimistic because I know a lot of people weren't looking forward to this fight. I kind of was looking forward to it, but after this chapter it just sucks. Like nothing different happened. Like I said earlier, Nothing changed. Bomb is still losing as always. He's still not using his full power, and I'm pretty sure we're gonna get another rinse and repeat white fight, but this time Bomb might actually kill Dumas. I don't know what he can absorb from him. Maybe he's gonna get power hungry again, absorb the core, split it to Rock and Kun. Maybe Rock is gonna be able to use Dumas's armor, or Kun is gonna use his soul snatching ability to snatch Dumas's soul and become a top 3 high ranker family equivalent. Holy shit, that's fucking stupid. I hope that doesn't happen, but anything can happen with these 3 fools in one setting. I hope next chapter we see what happens between Traumerei and Enkidu, or we get to see what's happening with the revolutionary people. Anything but this fight, man, because I am so burnt out of Bomb losing over and over again. It's like a never-ending thing, and then he forgets his past experiences, he refreshes and becomes a whole new character. It's like his character resets every time he gets in a fight. Like, this guy doesn't learn anything, man, and it's so frustrating. So yeah, there's not really much else to say for this chapter. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I mean, do you feel the same way? Are your expectations kind of lowered with these chapters, especially these shorter chapters lately? And what do you want to see in the next chapter? Let me know in the comments below, everyone. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next review.